Mark Wahlberg coming in hot with those psycho killer vibes.
Y'all need a pilot?
Not as much as I need food delivered right to my door, which brings me to the sponsor of this video. This video is brought to you by Factor. Factor conveniently delivers fresh, never frozen meals right to your door. Meals that are perfect for the hustle of life, as life is as life does. When you don't have time to cook a meal, but you still want the end product of, you know, the effort. Factor to the rescue, and it's simple, friends. A fresh hot meal ready to eat in about 2 minutes. And that's not 2 minutes after you've taken 45 to go to the grocery store to get the stuff. 2 minutes while you're still binging your show, no need to pause. And this is all perfect for me and my fellow creatures of habit because I eat the same thing every day. Routine, like clockwork, it works for me. Sometimes, you know, you want to change up the flavors, and with over 35 meals to choose from per week, and options like keto, calorie smart, vegan, veggie, and more, they got you covered. And they're flexible. Factor understands life is life, weekly plans change daily. Yeah, you can change up your order every week, pause or reschedule meals. I appreciate that. So click the link below, use promo code 50johns, get 50% off plus free shipping on your first Factor box. And now I've been looking forward to this movie since before it was delayed. Well... So Flight Risk is a movie from the director of Braveheart, Apocalypto, and Hacksaw Ridge, which is Mel Gibson, by the way. It's like he's the Voldemort of movie trailers. And the premise of this movie is such a hook. Topher Grace plays a government informant, Michelle Dockery plays the U.S. Marshal transporting him, and Mark Wahlberg plays the pilot on this small plane, just the three of them. Or is he? Nope, turns out he's a hitman who's here to kill Topher. But they can't just kill psycho killer Wahlberg because he's the only one who knows how to fly and land the plane. A premise so good, it's a bummer that it feels like AI wrote this thing into the ground. It's a little harsh. To be fair, and first of all, in the setup of this film, I'll say the first half hour, I was locked in. Some solid tension, though we know Mark Wahlberg isn't actually the pilot. I mean, well, he's apparently a pilot. He knows how to fly the plane, so there is that. But the fact that we know he's the hitman who's gonna kill this guy, and they don't yet, and you see them slowly start to get suspicious of this guy, I mean, that's when the movie was at its peak. Such a weird way of saying this movie peaked in its first act, but you know, is what it is. I thought everyone in the movie did a fine enough job. You know, it was well cast. You feel like this might be Topher Grace going, I should have been Deadpool, because he's just that guy that always has a remark, always has a comment, won't shut up. The informant with the mouth. Not quite as cool as Merc, but still. And somewhere in my head canon, I've made it up that David from Fear grew up to be this guy. Mark Wahlberg hit the acting scene playing a psychopath. Makes sense that he plays a psychopath here. He is undeniably good at it. He's threatening, he's menacing, he knows all the things to say to make you uncomfortable. Though he does kind of overcook it. I don't know if it's an ad-lib thing or how the script was actually written. He's just too rapey a lot of the time. I get it. The prospect of that is another level of fear, which you put that keyboard down. That was not supposed to be a pun. But every time he had something to say, it was some innuendo, something explicit. Do you have any idea what I'm gonna do to you? I'm gonna make him watch. Oh, you ain't getting off that easy. She's gonna watch us too. Been a while since I chimed in. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about what I was gonna do to you two. Do to your bodies. Hey, you know what I was just thinking about? I make you two promises. One, yes, I believe I do know what you were thinking about. And two, pretty sure you're gonna tell me. I get it, a psychopath like that would probably absolutely say the things he says. But from the viewer's perspective, it just comes across as lazy because you know what he's going to say every time he opens his mouth. If it just stayed being scary enough because they were in this small plane cabin with this guy who wants to kill them both, but he's the only one who knows how to land the plane, that's far more intriguing for me. But at a point, you definitely feel when the movie becomes less interesting. It's when she realizes, oh, I have this satellite phone, so I can just get ground support. So that's what she does. She talks with ground support. They're kind of talking her through the process of flying this little plane, hopefully landing it. Question, and I all but raised my hand in the audience, what do you need psychopath for? You can just kill him for your own safety now, right? Strong argument to be made. The guy's pretty crafty. He's menacing. He's threatening. Her argument of we can't kill him. I'm not like him. I'll be no different. Just doesn't hold up for me. I'd be like, yeah, you're not like him because you don't violate people. Out he goes. Oh, that's a long drive. Oh, there it was. Yeah, he's dead. But yeah, the AI that feels like it wrote this script. There's this whole, ooh, we must have had a mole in the office side plot that's happening. She gets on the phone with someone. I swear to you, she's talking about, hey, I need help flying this thing. I need to know where to go. I need to know how to maybe land it, hopefully. Hope we don't die. Because that's, you know, the hard part. He's like, how about I take you to dinner? What kind of food do you like? And she's like, are you hitting on me? And he was like, yeah, I like this food myself. I thought it was going to be a reveal. I thought she was just going to take the headphones off and be like, It's just AI support. Like when you text Amazon or something, it's not real. They can't help us. It's all, everybody in this plane is going to have to work together, hopefully. But no, that was an actual human in the movie. That's how people in this movie talk. When she tells him about running out of gas, his answer is, that's good, you'll be less flammable. What? Looked into who wrote the script for this movie. Jared Rosenberg. His writing credits include Flight Risk and then 7 other projects after Flight Risk. That's right, nothing, Flight Risk, 7 projects. Like, I'm just saying, it's weird. Or the AI chose a name, and it's Jared Rosenberg. There's some shoddy CGI in this movie too. Couple of shots actually looked really real to the point where I was like, is that a real plane? But some of the background scenery shots, at the very beginning through the window, there's this moose looking at Topher Grace's character through the window. It looked a bit like PS3, but not that Kojima PS3 pushing the boundaries. We're talking PS3 when it did 720p output for the most part. I was like, maybe that's the one hiccup. Trying to be optimistic here in 2025, whatever. I called bullshit on some of the physics too. There were a couple moments I was like, no. The movie's about 90 minutes, which is great. Any more than that, I would have seen Red. However, it does not keep it from feeling like this was probably a script for an episode of television from 1995. Someone was like, well, that's been collecting dust for the past 30 years. Let's adapt it to a feature-length film. But that only gives us 43 minutes to fuck with, so let's pad the runtime. How about a side plot about we had a mole in the department, gotta sniff him out, gotta find out who it is. Real theatrical thriller shit that takes place over the phone. All right, we're almost there. How about we shoehorn a comic relief character? You can't have someone else in the plane, so she'll be talking with him on the phone. Sounds good, 90 minutes, put it in the can. Speaking of putting it in the can, you know what I was thinking about? Stop. Just stop. As much as I'm saying this 90-minute movie feels like it probably should have been shorter, the abrupt cutoff of the ending feels like either they had a darker ending that someone at the studio was like, nope, or it's the kind of abrupt ending you throw into a movie to wrap up one of the side arcs that, you know, took place on the phone. When this movie was leaning into its thriller premise with the small crew, there's something here, but they should have just kept it with the 3 characters. You feel the movie lose so much the moment she whips out the satellite phone and starts talking. It's a bummer as it stands. Mel Gibson, talented filmmaker, he's brought us some good stuff. Flight Risk is one of those movies, just catch it on streaming. And about halfway through, just stop. Or 1/3, whichever. Real bummer, I was looking forward to this one. So Flight Risk, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Or what's a small scale thriller, you know, a smaller, more personal, confined thriller that you really like? I got 2, Red Eye, Phone Booth. If I took those from you, I'm really sorry. But I love them, but whatever they are, whatever you think, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.